I need more of these emotes. I just, like, if I could give you one of these, my friend, I totally would. But NA just maintains their record. Gangstars show up heavy, and now EU is going to have to try another unified Western Championship to get a spot at Worlds later this year.
I think the performance from Europe has been admirable, and they do have a lot of time to improve before the summer Unified Western Live Championship, but this was their home turf forecourt. Next time round, they're playing in NA's Playhouse, and that is a tough road, but let's not focus on that anymore. Let's focus ahead. Gangstars, they have just shown up incredibly. Araki, he said that he needed to improve his performance if he was going to look forward to a final, and in that previous game, in game 1 of this series, in fact throughout the entire series, he has done so. Rhett, well, he's shown that EU teams to him is easy. That Grumpjaw play with Hundle was something I will remember. Just a 1v1, a captain and a carry, and yes, it will haunt nightmares for the rest of time. Gangstars, they are looking so good, and perhaps this is another taste of glory. This is incredible stuff for court, and I think there's only one person who really can tell us about it. Of course, it's Araki Zoro on stage with Dan Gaskin.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, Araki Zoro. An incredible performance. You guys just brushed aside Europe. It looked extremely comfortable, but what does it mean to you to get to the grand final?
It means a lot. I mean, this is a roster that we're playing together for the first season, and while we had the confidence, we knew we could make it all the way. I would say personally, I didn't quite expect it, but now that we're here, it feels really good.
And you said you didn't expect it. Are you now thinking you've got there, perhaps you can get past that final hurdle? That final hurdle is going to be either TSM or Cloud9.
Yeah, I mean, now we're so confident. We have the confidence, we have the momentum that we need, and we're playing great. Honestly, as a team, individually, we're playing so great from our perspective at least. And TSM or C9 obviously going to be really tough hurdle to get over, but we can definitely make it. I mean, it's only one series away, 3 games, that's it.
And you're saying you're playing well individually and as a team. There were questions sparked from the analysts about your Baron pick in game number 2, but it seemed like you showed up. I mean, speak to me about that one.
Right. I mean, I think yesterday I just didn't perform well overall. And Baron is a character that if you don't perform well on him, you're not going to be able to do anything. Today I just made sure that my aggression is controlled and that I'm not using my B too far forward. And I'm always keeping in mind that if I'm going to use it, I can't use it backwards and so on. So I just played a little bit safer, relied on my teammates more. And I think it's worked out.
Everyone was saying it was the Araki Zoro show yesterday. I think as a team collectively, you all deserve to be in the final. Do you have any words for both TSM or Cloud9, depending on who's going to make it there?
Right. I think yesterday definitely was Xenotech and Rectus show, not my show. But for TSM or C9, just know we're going to be watching you, waiting for you in the finals. We're ready.
They'll be watching, they'll be waiting. Best of luck later on. We'll send this one back up to Munchables on the desk to dissect that game.
Watching and waiting, ready to go on into those grand finals. Congratulations to Gangstars making it all the way through the tournament. Honestly, on day one, it didn't feel like Gangstars were a favorite to make it through to the final, but they've done it despite all odds.
Not only have they made it to the finals, they took down the #2 and the #1 seed out of Europe in order to do so. That is an incredible feat for them to be able to place under their belts now. And now, like they said, they get to sit back, relax a little bit, but then very closely watch our next set of games, because that is who they're going to be facing in the finals.
Yeah, and as you rightly say, they are Europe, Spain, as it were. And commiserations to G2. They had a relatively decent series, but it felt like the longer the series went on, the more one-sided it got towards Gangstars.
Yeah, it definitely did. You know, first game, G2 had a fantastic start, and then Gangstars turned it around. And like you said, with every single successful game, it just felt like G2 were just losing the grip and the control that they had in the past few days. But Gangstars, they played really incredibly strongly. There were definitely moments where we saw, yes, there are some weaknesses here, but they have a few hours to just recuperate and get ready for the finals. And you said this at the very beginning, this is a redemption story for Gangstars. They're looking to pick up that win for the very first championships.
Yeah, they want to be the best in North America again. They've proven that they are better than Europe currently. Can they go all of the way? We'll find out later on today. But first, we have to find out who their opponent is going to be. Now, just quickly on the topic of Gangstars, a conversation we had about them earlier in the tournament was, will they have enough steam to keep on going? It looks that way to me right now, Bacon.
Yeah, absolutely. Just riding this huge wave of momentum all the way through. And I do have to say, the Koshka pick coming out again. North American Koshka is just so strong. Xenotech, we heard Dowsy mentioning it over on the casting desk, undefeated with the Koshka in this tournament. Also undefeated in the regular season. He has not lost in 2017 in competitive play with Koshka.
Absolutely, and the rhyme not working out in that one either, unfortunately. I believe you said 18% win ratio?
It has not been good this year.
Yeah.
There's only one team, actually, in all of Vainglory that's managed to pick up a competitive victory with rhyme, and that was Team Secret. So it's a pick that, on paper, it looks really good. I mean, we heard Jinyi before the game even said, like, it has the tools to be effective against a pick like Koshka, but it just, in actual practice, has not shown up.
It's like a dream scenario, right? It's just so difficult to get it to come across. But you look like you're itching to
I was going to say, it was going to work so well, but I was going to say, a lot of it just came down direct. Those portals every single time just completely took everyone away from Rhyme. And then every time it happened, you're like, oh no, that's so beautifully done. But then you also really want G2 to just make it through the series, because they took a massive risk. They let the Koshka go through, and they picked up a Rhyme. I have a lot of respect for them for playing such a risk in such a vital game.
Absolutely. Well, that brings our first semi-final to a close, but Dan is somewhere in the O2, so let's see what he's been getting up to.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm down here in the arena. The crowd's here, they're around, they're playing around in the photo booth. But I wanted to show you a little bit more about what it's like to be here at the O2 Arena. We've got, of course, everything that's happening backstage, and I wanted to talk to Stevie as well. I'm not sure where he's gone, so actually I'm going to start circling around background here and see if we can find him. Because this man is a living legend. He's been hyping up the crowd, he's been juicing everyone up, and he's been keeping everybody pumped. We've got some admins here as well. Check that out, good stuff. Nice one, Jacob. They're, of course, making sure that everything's going well behind the scenes in terms of players. There's my man. There's Stevie. Hello, my friend.
Hello.
How does it feel being a stage manager? Because everyone's been giving you so much respect this event and saying you've made it so exciting and they've loved you.
Okay, so first and foremost, thank you. Very kind. This is day 3, or day 4 for some of us, day 7 for the rest of us. My voice is going, and I sound like I'm going through puberty. I'm really sorry, but it's fantastic. It's such a great show, great energy from everyone, and it's not just me. I think you should check out the production room and see the other
There is more. There is more. Let's have a little wander back here as well, because I want to talk to you guys about production. There's so much that goes on that you don't see at home, so we're just going to pop ourselves through here. You're going to see all the lights. There is more. Let's gorgeous have a little wander back here as well, because I want to talk to you guys about production. There's so much that goes on that you don't see. Just making sure that everything goes right. They're not used to being on camera. That's all the lights. There is more. This is where the magic really happens. We owe so much because all the I want to talk to you guys about production. There's so much that goes on that you don't see. Just making sure that everything goes right. They're not used to being on camera. That's all the lights. There is more. This is where the magic really happens. We owe so much because all the I want to talk to you guys about production.
In this situation where they're always the bridesmaid but never quite the bride. They're always kind of just biting at the heels of TSM, and TSM, as of recently, as of like the last year, they've been winning just about anything apart from Worlds. But then when you look at Worlds, this is TSM's chance to book that ticket to Worlds to essentially find a rematch against Phoenix Armada.
Yeah, that's what they're going to be looking for here, but I want to go back to what you said about Cloud9, always the bridesmaids, never the bride. Both Old School and I Love Joseph, I mean, very arguably the best players in their positions to have never taken the top spot at a live tournament. Gabe Vizzle has had that experience, has had that pedigree, but never in... It's been a while. It's been quite some time since Gabe Vizzle's been able to taste that victory and lift that trophy. So all three of these guys are going to be super hungry to try and get themselves to the final so that they can potentially be that top team.
And when we talk about these two teams as well, they're both exceptionally great teams, but in very different ways. Like TSM, I feel, is the definition of consistency, right? They're this team that no matter what they have win conditions, they have ways of finding their way back into the game, whereas Cloud9, I feel like, are a much more mechanical-based team, but also have incredibly high points when they're playing at their best.
Yeah, definitely.